So in exercise 13.2 in the book, we're required to write a function that has the same use of the getElementsByTagName method. So in our own function, we're supposed to have a node and a string, which is the tag name, as an input, and have an output of all the elements that has such set tag name. So the previous lines are given by the textbook, and our own code starts at line 10. Where in line 10 we define a function by tag name, which takes a node and a tag name as an input. And in the function we have a local variable found, which is an empty string. And so on line 12 we put the tag name, so the input tag name to uppercase because so it's easier for us to compare it with the child node name later in the code. And function, so in the function by tag name we have another function explore node, which take node as an input. So here we have a counter, which is the variable I starts with 0. And when I is less or equal to node child nodes dot length, which shows how many childs that the parents have. So node child nodes returns all the child node of the parents, and dot length counts how many of them are. So it shows how many childs are there, how many children are there. So next we have a variable child, which equals to the ith, child nodes in the array, in the child node array. And then we have a if statement in line 17. So if child node type equals to document.element node. So document.element node equals to 1. Because it's an element node, and for child node type, if the return equals to 1, it means that the child is an element node. The child has an element node, and thus it has a tag name. So given if this is true, in the statement we have another if statement, which is we'll compare the child node name to the given tag name. And if it equals, we put the child into the found, the empty found array, a string that we created previously. And at the end of function, we used explore child, which would call the function recursively, so that it can check every children node under the parents, so that we're sure that we can get all the child elements, all the children elements with the same tag name. And in line 25, we just call the explore function again under the by tag name function. And in the end, we return the string found, which should contains all the child elements that has the tag name, that has the inputted tag name. So in this way, our function has the same usage or same return as the getElementsByTagName function method.